Hey you guys, okay, so I just got through watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and this is the second episode. I forgot what season it is, but it was pretty decent. Okay, so it starts out with Dorit showing her house. That's $6.4 million, very beautiful home. Her husband PK, it talks about his financial woes, and it talks about all his money issues and how she's always faced with that. And it didn't even involve her, so she's kind of feeling some type of way about that, which is understandable. But again, beautiful home. Then it goes to Garcelle, which is the reason why I'm watching the show. She shows us her new house, new construction that they're working on. At first I was like, I don't like the neighborhood, but the house is beautiful from what I can see. It's still under construction. She talks about her divorce. She was married, I think she said 9 years, and she picked up his phone one day and she saw a text that said, "I love you." And she said, when she asked him, what was this? She said his face just changed. He said, "I'm having an affair. I've been having an affair for 5 years." And she said it was just crushed because he was like the perfect guy, very nice, good father, good provider, and everything like that. He was an agent. And you know Garcelle is an actress, okay? She's like, they were this power Hollywood couple, and you could just see the kind of hurt, and it's hurt in her eyes. And then she said she was so upset that she sent an email saying, what does Tiger Woods, Jesse, I think she said Metcalf, and her husband have in common? And it got leaked to the press, I believe TMZ. So you know that you know how you do if you're upset with somebody and kind of, you know, just really kind of being vengeful at that time because you're hurt. But it was leaked by the press, and so everybody found out about the affair, which that, you know, she hates she did that. But she's, you know, she talked about, you know, she's open to dating again. I don't think she said she's a romantic, so she want to share her space with somebody. I understand that. So that's that on that. You know, like I said, she was really crushed. She was married to him for 9 years. Kids, she has 2 beautiful twin boys. I think they're in the 6th grade, and then she has a 28-year-old. So she, I'll get to that. So then it went to Teddy. I did not realize Teddy was John Mellencamp's daughter, and she seems to be really uptight. And that's the type of person that I get, you know, personality that I get from her. Cal meets Sutton at a restaurant, and Sutton is actually Lisa's friend, and Sutton has a lot of money, which all the ladies do, but she was married for 17 years, and she talks about she always wanted to open a store, so she's opening a store in West Hollywood, and they did do her grand opening. And so she was there with Kyle, and I knew there was going to try to be some type of collaboration, but I do believe Kyle wants to get her clothes in her store, because like I said, the first episode, Kyle had a fashion show, okay, because she's now a designer. It's really, she just has her name on the brand. Okay, so Kyle and Sutton decided they're going to do a trunk show sometime in the near future. Denise, it went to her. She has this really beautiful home, new house in Malibu. She has a femoral hernia, and so she's having surgery. So she had the surgery. She ended up having 4 hernias instead of 1, which she originally thought she had 1. So instead of 2-hour surgery, her surgery took 6 hours. So, and she talks about how it's hard for her because now she has a husband that's very caring, and it's hard for her because she was so used to doing everything in the relationship. And she said her mom taught her her and her sister not to never depend on a man. So it's like she's so used to doing, and that's probably how her and Charlie's relationship functioned. She was the masculine one in the relationship. And people, you know, if you know, sometimes women can take on the masculine role when your husband is not, you know, y'all know Charlie, he was on drugs, he was messing with prostitutes, he was a bad boy. So, but she said now she has this husband, and it's kind of hard for her to, you know, accept him taking care of her, because she was always the one that was taking care of other people. So I'm glad she's happy. She seems very happy. Okay, So Erica and Garcelle met at a restaurant called Sweet Butter. Erica talked about sex with her 80-year-old husband. I still get, Erica's 49, he's 80. So, and she broke down and started crying because she was talking about they've been married for 20 years, which is good, and he is rich. He owns his own, he's a lawyer, so he owns his own firm. And she just, you know, broke down and started, you know, crying because how well he accepted her and her son. You know, her son, I think she said was 7 when she met him or married him or whatever. And he just accepted her and her son. So, you know, she broke down because he really he took care of her and he took care of her son. But while she was meeting with Garcelle, Garcelle also has a 28-year-old, and he is about to have a child, so she's going to be a grandma. So it's like, you know, you're happy, but you at the same time you're like, grandma, which, you know, she don't look like a grandma. Plus she has these twins that's only in the 6th grade, you know. So she's happy, but you know, again, it's, you know, kind of shocking. My son was like, why are they so upset? Because my son is 25. And I was like, you know, he was like, at least he's 28. It has nothing to do with y'all, you know. It's just, that's what I told him. Sutton had her, like I said, store opening. I don't know what to think about Sutton. I'm just going to be honest with you. Teddy is an accountability coach, and she is having an all-in retreat in Laguna Beach. She invited the girls, and then she turned around and said, you know, it wouldn't hurt her feelings if they didn't come. I hate when people do that. You know, it's like an invite, but you know, if you don't come, if you can't make it, that's okay. I'm not worried. You know, so to me, it makes it, if I go to something, if I get dressed to go to your event or come and support you, you know, I don't want you to say, well, you know, if you come, it's okay. If you don't come, you know, that was kind of tacky. I didn't, you know, like that. And then personally, I wouldn't come if you said that. I mean, you should see, if you see it, the way she was so nonchalant about it. But to be honest, she really wants them to come. She's just trying to act like she doesn't care. So I'm not really sure where that is going, but overall, it was a really good episode. Lisa Rinna did get a chance to talk about her daughter a little bit, and she talked about her eating disorder and how she is having having problems adjusting because she has 2 parents that are famous. So that's kind of hard to live up on, and people are very judgmental of her. So again, you know, it was a really good episode. I enjoyed it, you know, because they are talking about everyday problems. Like I said, Erica Jayne and meeting her husband, and you know, she was a single mom and he accepted her child. Garcelle talked about the divorce and her divorce, her oldest child, she's becoming a grandmother. Lisa Rinna talking about her problems with her daughter and things like that. So, you know, it's when they talk about everyday problems, you kind of can relate. So I really enjoyed that, you know. So again, thank you for watching. Share this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.